Okay, now we have to figure up pressures on the back side of the cylinder, the back side of this piston. There's a few things we got to take into consideration when we do this, and that is we have less area back here than up here. So we have a 6-inch cylinder, and our rod is 1.5 inches round. Okay, so what that does is that takes up a lot of space back here for our fluid. Once you go into the volume section of the videos, you're going to see how that kind of portrays that. But right now, what we're going to be doing is we got to figure out how much area is in this back side, because now we don't have a 6-inch area back here, so it changes our pressure. So the way to do that is take the area of the cylinder, which right here we see is 6. We have 6 inches of area in the front. So we're going to go 6 inches of area subtracted by 1.5 inches in our rod. And that is going to be 4.5. We have 4.5 inches of area back here. Now we can figure our pressure, because now with the rod being in here, they just expanded it out a little bit and gave us some more pressure. So we are actually pushing out, so we're extending this rod out this way, and the force coming into here from outside here, we're going to say is 250 pounds of force. So now 250 pounds of force pressing against that 6 inches there, and I'm going to show you the difference in this, of why we have to do this. So assistant, 250 pounds of force coming in, and we have force, we have to divide it by what we have. We have area here. So we're going to divide that by 6 equals, up here we have 41.67 pounds of pressure in that side. Now, back here, what do we have back here? We have 250 pounds of force divided by our area back here, which is, we have 4.5 inches of area. So we take 250 divided by 4.5. Now we have 55.56 pounds of pressure. I did round up on that. So with that, how much force is pushing out on this arm to make this be stable, to make it just sit there and hold it without it pressing back? So we can take 55.56 pounds of pressure and times that by our area, because we go side to side, we multiply, times 4.5, and that will equal 250.02. Now you see how that worked out? We've equaled out on pressures here. We equaled out on forces. Now, if I would have let that ride and not took in place of that rod, then that would have changed. So that's why we have to subtract our rod, because it's taking up area. It's taking up space. So just remember, on the back side of a cylinder, you have to get rid of this rod to be able to get your main area of that cylinder, to figure up your pressures, your forces, and to be able to use this formula. Once you go into figuring volume and the lengths and all that, then you'll do it a little bit differently. But this is how we do this when we're just figuring out pressures and forces. If you have any questions, again, contact me by email or phone. And and we'll also go over this in class for a little bit.